All right, so let's just quickly summarize one of the main allegations of Arvind Kejriwal. He said in the year 2000, the NDA regime signed a KG Basin gas contract with Reliance Industries Limited. In 2004, RIL agreed to supply gas at $2.3 per unit for 17 years at that price. However, in 2007, Reliance wanted $4.2 per unit, and the UPA group of ministers agreed to that. Now Reliance wants $14.2 per unit. Arvind Kejriwal says that this gas is used to generate electricity, so the higher the price that Reliance supplies gas at, the higher will be the price of electricity that we pay. Well, we have with us to begin with Dr. Sambit, Patra, spokesperson of the Delhi BJP, Dr. Subramanyam, Swamy, President of the Janata Party, Shahzi Admi, member of Arvind Kejriwal's India Against Corruption, Dr. Ashok Desai, economist, and Sunita Godara, member of Anna Hazare's movement. Dr. Patra from the BJP, first let's begin with you. Arvind Kejriwal's charge number one is against the BJP. He says Atal Bihari Vajpayee's foster son-in-law Ranjan Bhattacharya was recorded on tape telling Neera Radia that, oh, he'll speak to Ghulam Nabi Azad and basically approach the Congress on behalf of Reliance Industries. He's also charged the NDA signed a KG Basin contract with Reliance, which heavily favors Reliance Industries. What do you say to that?
Yes, to begin with, Jujhar, I would say that it was BJP for the first time, in fact about day before yesterday, that we came out with these allegations that Mr. Jaipal Reddy was dethroned only because there was a nexus between so-called family, a corporate family, and the government. We were the ones who had first charged it. Secondly, as far as Ranjan Bhattacharya is concerned, yes, there was we could all hear what there was a conversation with Neera Radia in which he says that he had heard Mukesh Ambani saying that Congress to apni ghar ki dukaan hai. So it's Congress on which the whole thing is thrown upon. Congress ghar ki dukaan hai, Reliance ki. So how does BJP crop in over here? And the third allegation that you make, that in 2000 itself, during the NDA regime, the KG Basin was handed over to the Reliance, that is RIL, under an agreement. And let me remind you, it was the far-sightedness of Mr. Vajpayee that in the agreement the most important point was that RIL would be supplying NTPC, that's the state-owned NTPC gas at the rate of $2.3 per unit for 17 years to come. That is till 2017.
Yeah, but look what's happening over here. Let me put this to Amar.
So much.
Dr. Patra wants to say something.
See, I don't understand the nuances of economy. As a layman, I just want to ask, sir, that why is it the first place such an agreement were signed where they had agreed to supply NTPC for 17 years with the small rate, that is $2.3 per unit, under the auspices of Vajpayee.
And before you answer that question, let me just remind you that it's your party, the BJP, that signed that agreement.
The agreement is good.
As he put it, a stupid agreement.
No, why a stupid? It was in favor of, you should not call an agreement which is in favor of the Aam Aadmi a stupid agreement.
Yeah, but why
it was in favor of the Aam Aadmi.
Yeah, but hold on. You first wanted to know from Dr. Desai why a stupid agreement was signed. Now that you realize that your party signed it, now you're saying
I wanted to know.
So you don't want him to answer the question.
Reliance was not stupid enough to have signed the agreement. It is Reliance is a corporate house of intelligent people. That they have signed an agreement means that they should reward the agreement, honor the agreement.
Okay, well, let's get a reply to Dr. Patra's question from Dr. Desai, then we come to Mrs. Kaur. Go ahead.
I want to say something.
Yeah, 1 minute, Mrs. Kaur. 1 minute. What's the answer to that? Why was a stupid agreement signed?
Not a stupid agreement. Why was it not honored? That is the once. Question was wrongly put.
No, let me at least speak once.
Please, sir, sorry.
The point is, if it is in favor of our...
Sarcastic reply.
No, even if Reliance should spend for the Aam Aadmi, I would say yes, welcome. They should spend and spend and spend if the Aam Aadmi is happy with it.
Mrs. Amarjit Kaur, you wanted to say something. Go ahead. Come to that conclusion that Jaipal Reddy was removed because of that and Manish Shankar Rai was removed because of that. But I suppose, when you go on a public platform and make a charge, make a connection, you've got to be a little bit more sure than that, right?
It's very sure. In fact, I always have told you that we were the first ones, in fact, day before yesterday, as soon as Hindu cropped up with the story, we were the first ones to take the bull by the horn, and the party stands with the fact that, yes, it was because of corporate connections that Mr. Reddy was removed and Mr. Moily was brought in, as he wanted to increase the price. And let me add to the fact that Mr. Prime Minister, in fact, has invoked Mr. Vahanbatis, that is the additional, Attorney General of India's opinion, to the fact that is it possible to revise the prices of Reliance as Reliance wishes. So Mr. Prime Minister has gone a step further to act as an advocate for Reliance than as an advocate for the Aam Aadmi. There's a very sorry state of affairs, in fact.
Amarjit Kaur, Arvind
Asking for the proofs, in fact, and though the Communist Party leader rightly put it that in the papers it would be difficult to find, but something is glaringly looking at us. The fact that the Reliance company has contested CAG's assessment of its KG Basin camp. Because last year, if you remember, the CAG has assessed it and had written in its report that there's a gold plating to its functioning, to its rates. And that's the reason.
Its cost.
Yes, to its cost. And that's the reason as to why this was contested, and the government agreed that there would be no assessment by CAG, only, just a kind of frisking. But important assessment.
Let me just ask Dr. Ashok this time. You can ask the governor about this, but let's point out that we invited representatives from the Congress, but they haven't come on this debate. The Congress is reluctant to speak on this. In fact, so Sunita, let me ask you, the Congress, in fact, no comment today. The BJP had a 3-minute press conference today. And Reliance Industry has a 4-sentence press statement today.
That everything is baseless.
Okay, so in other words,
you told that BJP had only a 3-minute conference.
I saw Rajiv Pratap do the
answering
press
that.
conference.
Please let me answer. Truth is very simple. Truth does not need papers. That volumes have been written shows how little is known about it. We have nothing to hide. We are very truthful. So only a 3-minute statement is
dozens of BJP press conferences normally. Not
at all.
They stretch from half an hour to 1.25 hours. Again, today, 3 minutes.
As far as this issue
3 minutes
is
the
concerned,
BJP disposed of this, 0 minutes the Congress, and 4 sentences. Okay. All right, let's leave it there. Completely run out of time. Dr. Patra, Amarjit Kaur, Dr. Swamy, Dr. Desai, Shazia, and Sunita. Thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you for watching. We'll see you with another debate tomorrow. Good night.